In the previous video, I have explained you what is knapsack problem and how to solve the knapsack problem using dynamic programming method. So in this, we'll see the implementation of the dynamic programming knapsack problem using dynamic programming method. So already explained about the knapsack problem. Uh, this is a problem description, and since there are two versions of the knapsack problem, the 0-1 knapsack problem can be solved using the dynamic programming method. Fractional knapsack we can solve using the greedy method. So in this session we'll be dealing with the 0-1 knapsack problem which can be solved using the dynamic programming method. So this is the implementation part. So initially we will be reading the total number of items and we'll be storing that in the variable n, and then we'll be reading the weight of the items and the value of all the items, and we'll be using two arrays. One is w for representing the storing the weight of the item, v for storing the value of the items, and the knapsack capacity is w. We'll be reading the value and storing it in the w, and then we have called the calculate function. For this we are passing the weight array, the value array, total number of items n, as well as the knapsack capacity. So this is the calculate function. In the calculate function, you know that we are supposed to maintain a table. So that is why here we have got a two-dimensional matrix capital V, uh, which should be of size n plus 1 into w plus 1, because the row index starts from 0 and it goes on till n. The column index starts from 0, goes on till w. So the size should be n plus 1 cross w plus 1. So then we'll be filling the values. In order to fill the values, we have the recurrence relation. In the recurrence relation, we also have got the initial condition. That is, if I is equal to 0 or if j equal to 0, the value will be 0 itself. The table entry will be 0. So in case of the first row and the first column, all the values must be 0, because there we are considering 0 items. Else, otherwise, again there are two options. One is if j minus wi is less than or equal to 0. One more is j minus w of I is greater than or equal to 0. J minus wi is less than or equal to 0 means j is less than wi. So in that case, we consider the previous value only, previous row value. Previous row value is nothing but v of I minus 1 j. So if j is less than w of I, v of ij is equal to v of I minus 1 j. Else means we can include the item. Here we are not supposed, we cannot include the item in the first case, first if case. Now in the else part, we can include the item. If we can include the item, then we have to consider the max of the previous value, that is v of max of v of I minus 1 j minus wi plus vi comma v of I minus 1 j. So the same recurrence relation what I have written, only the terms are interchanged. So max of v of I minus 1 j comma v of I minus 1 j minus wi plus v of I. So that is how we fill the table. And finally, v of nw, it is the total profit gained. The last value, the value of the last row, last column, that is actually the profit gained. So v of nw, so we can directly write, we can directly print the total profit gain. And then in order to print the optimal subset, you also know that you have to use the backtracing method to find the optimal subset. So Suppose if V of NW equal to 0, that means there is no optimal solution. We have not gained any of the profit, that means there is no optimal subset. We have not considered any of the item. Otherwise, we have to start from the last value and you have to compare that with the previous value. See, V of IW, now here I is nothing but N, the last value. So V of NW is less than or equal to its previous value, that is previous row value, V of I minus 1 W. If that is not equal to, then that means the item is considered. Suppose if it is equal to, the corresponding item is not considered. So here it is not equal to, that is why item I, we will print that in the optimal subset. And then immediately you have to update the value of W. Now W will be, W is equal to W minus W of I. Since you have included the item I, now you have to consider, we have to subtract the weight of that item I from the original weight W. And then again you have to repeat the procedure till you get the last item. So here I is equal to N. The conditions are I greater than 0, terminating conditions. So I greater than 0 and W is greater than 0. Only if these two conditions are true, it will enter into the loop I minus minus. Otherwise it will come out. So that is how we can implement the knapsack problem using the dynamic programming method. So the algorithm, the explanation you will get from textbook 1, the design and analysis of algorithms by Anani Levitin. So for the more explanation, please refer the textbook. Algorithm is also there. You can also write the pseudocode directly as the algorithm. Please execute this program, write in the manual as well as write it in the record only after verifying the output. So please don't simply write the output, please execute by yourself and verify your output. Take any of the example what I have solved or whatever is there in the textbook, and then compare your outputs and then write that in the manual as well as in the record. Thank you.